operator. Smooth operator.
All right. Here we are again in the beautiful Suzuka, Japan. I'm accompanied by Mr. Stinky. Welcome, Stinky. Oh, 1 second. It doesn't work. Let's try something again. Discord. Aha. I know what the problem is. It should be working right now. Stinky, welcome, mate.
Hello, everybody.
My apologies. It's just a day full of technical difficulties. So welcome everyone. For the guys who were here before, you know the drill already. This is going to be full qualifying 2. For the guys who don't know what the actual purpose is of this qualifying, this is of course a King of Leagues Edition 4. We're currently in full qualifying 2, where in this case 16 drivers from 16 different leagues will put the best time on the board in, if they think they can do it, of course. We had a couple of 18 drivers already last session, if I'm not mistaken. 18 other leagues. 2 leagues will not be able to put a driver here in this second full qualifying session. Unfortunately, they did not get into the lobby.
No.
Not my fault. They were not on time, so that's their fault. You know, it is what it is. But it's very frustrating for the league owners. I know that for sure. But today we'll have to do it with 16 drivers. What was the poll time? Do you think the guys will be able to put a better result in this qualifying, or what do you think?
I mean, we'll see. I think these guys have an advantage because they have a goal. There's times posted. The fastest lap of the day is a 126.148 from Welsh Jack. So that is the goal. I think these drivers, I think it's an advantage and a disadvantage, right? Because now they have the pressure of knowing the time they have to try to get to the achievable goal. But I think that's also an advantage because you know where you're trying to get to. So that's the goal, the 126.148 to get the overall fastest.
And also, because these guys will probably put a time in Sector 2, Q1 and Q2. And then they want to push for that fastest lap, which has been set in full qualifying 1 in Q3. But if they cannot meet that time, I mean, they have the freedom to push because their Q2 time works. So if they crash in Q3, their Q2 time works. So that's a way of how it will even be more handy for these guys to push everything in Q3 because their time from Q2 works anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, not sure if that was explained very well. Probably not. I'm a very bad explainer.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of drivers just going out there on the inters. Guess they just want an exploratory lap, but they could just use the mediums.
Yeah,
it's not like they're doing a race.
No, that's true.
You could just use a medium set, which we see Patty doing. Patty's doing that, so there's one driver there that... Oh, you know what's interesting? The map saves from session to session, but the driver data thing doesn't. That's I didn't know that.
Oh, I forgot something to open. The Podium app. I forgot to open the Podium app. Let me open that real quick.
Know?
Will it still work if I do it right now?
Yeah, it will.
Okay. So that is maybe the right time for you to explain about Podium. Podium is, of course, the sponsor of King of Leagues, and Stinky will talk a little bit more about the website and everything, the app, and it's just a great app. I'll let Stinky talk about what it is. I can't hear you, Stinky.
My audio just... Okay,
no worries. Everyone has technical issues today.
Yeah, so Podium is a F1 sim racing app. It is there to just pretty much generally improve the overall experience of the F1 game. So we have things in there for the drivers, like collecting data that you can look back on, the Motec logger. We have the race director, which helps with for the managing of leagues. We will have a setup archiver, which will allow you to do runs, and it'll actually save what your setup was, so that you can look at it later and be like, oh, what was my setup when I did that really good lap, or just looking for other people's setups, because you can. There will be a database for that. We have a broadcast overlay for broadcasters where it's a little bit of a different.
I think you dropped away again, Stinky.
Telemetry, please. Huh?
You dropped away again. Not sure.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I don't know where though.
Something
it does
about
have
telemetry. Yeah, that one.
It doesn't have. We won't have like a full engineering module yet on the launch, but that is the goal. There is telemetry for post race, so you can collect all of your telemetry data and then look at it later in Motec. So it does have that. So it does have data collection. You just won't be able to do it live. We won't have that yet implemented.
There we go. Lovely app, lovely guys too. You know, sometimes you get these jerks working on a website hoping that it would work. But I've worked with you guys, and you've just explained it very well to me, and it's just a great opportunity for you guys to sign up to. Make sure to do that. So in my Discord channel, you will be able to find a certain channel where you will be able to go onto their into their Discord and also onto their website. And just sign up for the beta. The beta goes live on the 1st of April, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 1st of April.
1st of April, so make sure to sign up already. There is only a limited amount of positions, so make sure to do so. As we're currently on board with Subaru, one of my drivers, and hopefully he's going to be... Oh, he came across the line already with 129.3. Is he going for another one? I think he is actually using a lot of ERS here through Sector 1. And I think he's on a fast one again. Paddy just came across the line on the medium tires, though, 128.9. And
nice.
I might want to say that this is the lower paced qualifying.
I don't think so. We have Project Race there doing a purple sector 1. We'll see. I think some of these drivers, we won't know until all of the drivers have posted a time, I think, is really what it is.
Correct. I'm just gonna take some.
Which two leagues don't?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a quick
qualifier.
Look. It's Divine Eye Racing, whose driver were Yuri in the first qualifying. And let me have a quick look for the second one, because I actually don't know which the second one is.
Project Race goes fastest with 127.403. So this is closer to what we were expecting in first quali. What was your time in first quali? 26.5. Okay, so let's see. We go back. Who's doing a hot lap?
Oh, Xbox Pro Gamers, but they never gave me a name, so they never. Their second driver didn't sign up, so Xbox Pro Gamers won't be having a qualifying driver either. Yeah.
So that makes it a little bit easier for a few of these teams to qualify into pole 1 or pole 1. Sorry.
Yeah, especially because DER was actually up there with the top guys. They had a 126.5, which I think was top 5, if I'm not mistaken. So seeing them not being able to put a second driver in the full qualifying too, that is just devastating. I'm pretty sure they were very unlucky with the third edition too, because their driver was in the top 5 and they got crashed out by Nicalino, who is also in this qualifying session. So I'm actually happy to see him in the qualifying session instead of in the race, because he crashed out someone else in the third edition. So
it's your boy doing a pretty decent lap here.
Yeah, I'm just on board with him as he comes across the line with a 128.4. Will be good for a P2.
Oliver did a purple sector 1. So it's looking to have a decent lap here. Sorry, one sec.
Guys are asking me to go to Shaza. Let's go on Shaza real quick. Driver for Torque Titans Racing League, as he's just coming around that turn 14. Takes a lot of curb on the exit. And we're going down that straight into Sector 3. He's got a driver right in front of him. Takes the slipstream. Very smart from Shaza, as he's coming through turn 15 at the moment into the last part of the track. 127.1 for Oliver as he just came across the line. Here comes Shaza into Sector 3, into the last part of the track. Comes across the line. It will be a good time for Shaza. It will definitely be a good time. A 127.3 puts himself in a P2.
Yeah, I think these guys are pretty decent, it looks like so far. Let me look at what we had for Q1.
Oh, Nicalino is the guy to look at, and he's on the mediums. I think I'm going to make a bold statement. I think he can get a pole time on these mediums.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, like this session, I think he might be able to put himself on pole with the medium tires. He's just one of the faster guys I know. He beat Anders, I think, last... No, did he beat Anders? I think he beat... He was actually competing with Limp Well Done in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Last edition.
Mizi is going pretty quick. Has a purple sector 1.
Mizi, a driver from Ground Effect Racing, and they're currently on
Purple
provisional
sector 2.
P1. They're currently on provisional P1 with Welsjack, who has put the pole time in last qualifying session with a 126.1, if I'm not mistaken. Mizi comes across the line with a 126.4 for a Q1 time. That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yep. That's faster than our Q1 time from earlier, which was a 126.668
There we
in
go.
Q1.
And here comes Nicalino across the line. P4. Not bad on the mediums.
There we go. Okay. I think these guys, they are doing out initial laps. So I wouldn't take these times too heavily right now. Some of these drivers just wanted to make sure they do a single lap and get through. I think as long as you get a 127, you're in through to the next stage, because it is just one driver getting eliminated.
Correct. Yeah, we only have 16 people. That's quite unfortunate,
Yeah.
actually. That's quite unfortunate. But I mean, I guess it is what it
I
is.
mean, it's not too bad. Like, it's just Q1, right? So you can kind of treat this as their warm up. So just making sure the drivers are ready to perform.
15 drivers, you know, you've got that the 16 driver who cannot take this as a warm up.
Who's actually qualifying? Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be one driver who's still trying to qualify. The others are just warming up.
Correct. Opus in the chat, mate. You should have been in this qualifying session. Where were you? Opus, you're too late, mate. You're too late, Opus. I don't think you can still join,
Yeah.
can you? You can't take a
You
car
can't
anymore.
jump. Yeah.
We're already going underway, Opus. You should have been here 25 minutes ago.
It is unfortunate. It doesn't look like... Who is doing a lap? We have Finn doing a lap right now.
Opus, your team, will you be able to pick a car? Opus, did you add me? I mean, Opus, did you? Fuck that. You were too late, mate. You were too late. I'm gonna be honest with you. You should have been here 25 minutes ago. It's just too much of a hassle, if I'm being honest. Your teammate didn't qualify at all either, so.
So
In
Finn
Q3, I
gets
think.
himself up to P7 there.
Let me pop him a message real quick.
And then we have Victor, or however it's pronounced, about to start his lap. The last driver to not have a time up yet.
And he's racing for Camus PMO. So you've got that green accent on their car, which is Camus. You might know them already. Camus being a I don't know what they actually do. They do race sims, if I'm not mistaken, race sims and all that kind of stuff. They're a Chinese
Okay.
company, but they're sponsoring the PMO team. So,
PMO. Okay.
yep, stands for Polish Motorsport Organization. So here comes Victor into turn 12. And Victor seems to be quite fast. I don't think it'll be pole time. Mizio is already retired from the session. He's actually got quite a big of a lead. 7/10. Look at that. Oh, Oliver also retires from the session. Here comes Victor. Oh, and there's the yellow flag going on. Who is slowing down quite a bit. It seems like it's a white car. Might have been Syndicate or Formula Racing League.
Dunsby.
Is it Dunsby? I'm not sure. Is it
Dunsby?
Dunsby? No, it's the Formula Racing.
Oh.
Formula Racing League, I think it's what it's called. I'm not sure. Victor comes across the line to put a P8. Not bad. It'll be good enough for Q1.
There we go. Gets
go on
out of
board.
there. So new driver at the bottom.
Cardinal Tower. And he's got a little bit too much to improve. I mean,
In the tower.
3/10. 3/10 is possible. 3/10 is
Yeah.
possible. I really hope he doesn't.
On his outlap?
Because he's on an outlap. I really hope he doesn't because Subaru is one of my drivers.
So no bias, dude.
No biased. I'm not. No biased.
No biased, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. He'll be doing a lap. So he's prepping up for the lap. We'll be going really late into this.
I'm just looking
And
at
we
the
can see
livery.
there. Yeah.
I don't think that's the right livery.
Are they supposed to
Uh-oh.
run a specific one?
Yeah, every league needs to run the same. I mean, if you're the same drivers, you
Ah,
need to run the
yeah.
same livery. So all leagues have a certain livery. And I think
Okay.
Cardinal Tower is running a purple and a green livery, and I don't think that is allowed. I mean, I know for sure that isn't allowed because I made the rules. So that'll be a 5-point deduction in the race, which is quite a bit actually. Think about it. That can take away your race win. I mean your team win. So Cardinal Tower now coming into sector 2, and it seems like he's pushing quite a bit. Let's have a quick look when he enters sector 3, whether he will be improving or not. Into turn 12 he goes.
He's a second off from the fastest time.
A second off, that will be a 127.4, which will place him in the top 5. So I think my driver is coming back into the pits. No, Subaru! Oh, Subaru!
Well, I mean, we'll see what the second split is. Doesn't look like it was as tidy there through the second sector.
Here comes Cardinal Tower into sector 3. He's up. Oh, he's slower. He's
Yep.
6/10 down on his time.
Yeah, so now three seconds slower. So we've lost a lot of time through sector 2.
That is very unfortunate. And Cardinal Tower just comes
Yeah.
across the line to not improve. It will be a
There you
WRAO, not in Q2.
And you've done it. Your team has done it.
There we go.
Did they do
Subaru-
it last time too?
No, I think he dropped
No.
out of it. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Broken, for the subscription. Really appreciate it, mate. By the way, thank you for everyone who has... Flame, he was 25 minutes too late. So he... I mean... You know, he was 25 minutes too late, so he didn't get an invite. Oh, by the way, yeah, I said already thank you for the subscription, but once again, thank you very much, Broken. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Maxi gets one. I didn't know that. Maxi. Maxi is one of drivers. Project is still in the fast lap. He's up by a 10th. Oh, no, not anymore. I think he slowed down a little bit, or he lost some time through sector 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Opus, you won't be able to put
Getting
a
a
time
bit of
anymore.
practice out there, I guess.
Ooh, and it will be a
Yeah.
invalidation. Invalidation, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and he slides all over the place. Haha, look at that, beautiful. So Lambo in the chat, his teammate, and also my teammate, is in Q2. He made Q2. But he still needs to put a bit more pepper up his ass, because otherwise, I mean, He won't be able to get into Q3, I'm afraid. But I mean, Nicalino, look at that, on the medium tires, a 127.3. That is just
Yeah.
insane.
I'm excited to see where that. So that's the thing, right? We were talking about. He won't be able to drive again, because he's doing qualifying. So is it actually smartest to have had him do their qualifying, or maybe they have faster drivers? That'd be.
Yeah, I think they have faster drivers. He's just a qualifying merchant.
Okay.
Yeah, they have.
Oh,
they have.
I see.
Yeah, they have.
Nice.
It's like I said, they have the craziest lineup ever. I'm not sure you probably never heard of them, but they're just.
I mean, I think I saw them in the race, the last one, but
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't know.
crazy.
My driver dominated that race, so I don't know.
Appreciate a little bit cocky, but that's all right. A little bit cocky.
I'm
but that's
just
all right.
messing around. I'm
That's
just putting
all
all that pressure on him to perform again.
Guys, thank you very much for the follow, by the way, in the chat. Really appreciate it. Shaz in the chat, 27.3 on the mediums. He's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm just gonna take a small little break because nature is calling. I'll be going on to the first driver who is who's coming out of the pits. Nobody's coming out of the pits, so I just need to wait a little more. Let me put the lap date on. Come on, guys, come out of the pits. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm just gonna have a quick look how many followers I have now on Twitch, because I got quite a few followers already. I'm just too excited about it. Ooh, 557. I got a big bump. I think I got 40 followers today from two
Nice.
streams. Yeah. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so it's
there you
ORL
go.
driver. Spin Eye King. Okay, I will be right back with it in a second, guys. Good luck, Stinky.
Lacking. All right, so we are here. We're starting Q2 down to 15 out of 16. So didn't lose much. I think this we'll see a little bit extra pace from all of the drivers now that 5 drivers will be eliminated here. So we'll see the pace, I think, increase just a little bit. Unlike in last session. See, no on no line. Yes, so I see a few drivers. Yeah, so with him gone, let's see. I don't know where any of these drivers are from, so just bear with me. We had a few drivers do some good laps in the last one. We'll see. I think the pace will be pretty good here. As we start our first few laps, I think we're going to be looking for a 126, 4 or 5. I think that'll keep you out of elimination. Anything lower for sure should keep you out of it. And our fastest time overall through the 2 sessions is a 126.1. So that's the aim for today, a 126.148. Yep. And here we go. He's starting the lap. It looks good. I forgot I need to turn on lap data.
Who are we on board
Removes
with?
it every time. King, I think still. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was the first one out, so we're still with him. He is doing a purple sector, but that's not a surprise. Being the only driver out there. Oh my gosh.
What's up?
You didn't see it at all
No,
because
I
you're on the
didn't see
outside
anything.
view. He almost went into the back of that car. Man. Yeah, he almost ran into the back of a driver. Still posts a purple sector too, but that's not gonna last. I'm sure of that. Almost ran into the back of that car.
Coming around the last corner, he goes. Spinola puts himself in a provisional P1, but I don't think that'll last too long. 127.8.
Oliver now does the purple sector 1, goes about a 1/10 faster, and an extra almost 5/10, so 6/10. Or sorry, 4/10. He's 4/10 up on the fastest lap. Yep, there it is, 127.481. I think that should be good to get him into. No, it's got to be a 26, right, to get into. No, sorry, it's just P10, right? So that should be good to get into the next one.
Currently on board with Alfie as he's running that black and gold car. I'm seeing the owner of one of the admins from MSCF1 in the chat.
Okay.
It's your boy Alfie on a fast one. Their teammate, which is actually that person who is in the chat, did not do amazing. Did you, Devil? I think you didn't make it into Q2, did you? I could be wrong though, but
Which
maybe
driver?
Alfie can do a little bit better. Here comes Alfie into Sector 3. And is he up on any time? I'm not 100% sure. As he's just entering that chicane. I think he will be putting a 127 or a 128.
Yeah, we're gonna want to.
Oh, look
there
at
he
that.
is.
Italiano. Great lap from the... who is he racing for again? I think he's racing for Fraternity, but I could be wrong. Let me look at the car. Yeah, he's racing for Fraternity. Let's go on board with Subaru again, one of my drivers. Or maybe Josep. We've got a Syndicate in the chat. Of course, Joka. Or Joka, or however I should pronounce that. Josep, one of the Syndicate racing drivers. Syndicate who was pretty fast in the first... They're actually the only league who have been there since Edition 1. So Syndicate have been there in Edition 1, Edition 2, Edition 3, and now also in Edition 4. They did really well in Edition 1, they did really well in Edition 2, and then they kind of... Something happened in Edition 3, I'm not sure what. Some drivers did not attend the races, or I'm not sure. And then coming into Edition 4, they wanted to put the best drivers on the grid, and I think they're definitely doing that here with Josep. Maybe they can make it into Pool 2. I think Pool 2 is kind of the best of... I'm not going to say the best of the rest, but like upper average, if that makes sense. I think Pool 3 is like... You know, like Pool 2 will be filled with all the guys who barely did not make it into Pool 1. I think that will be filled with all the fast guys who are still having a good league, all that kind of stuff. But, I mean, they just... With a couple of points, it'll be very close in the top couple of positions. I'm pretty sure of that. So, Josep now coming into the last corner. Will it be an improvement on any other times? It will be a 128.4, puts himself in B7 for now. You might want to go on,
I'm
on
not
board
sure
with
that
Nicolino.
that's going to be enough. I'm expecting all these drivers to get a 127 to get through Q2. That's what they did last session, so...
Here comes Nicolino. He's definitely the one to look at for a pole time, and maybe the pole in both the qualifying sessions, because Nicolino racing for Formula Online Racing, and they've won the 3rd edition, and Nicolino was one of the reasons why they won that. He got crashed out, he fought back all the way from P10, managed to get into the top 5 or top 6, even with a 10-second time penalty. So he's just really done a great job, and he's been a real asset to Formula Online Racing. Comes across the line to put himself in P2 for now, a 126.8.
Nice.
But I can definitely see him getting a better lap. We might want to go on board with your driver, being Project Race GP.
Yeah. Just finished Sector 1 with the... About even there with the qualifying time, I think, so...
Project Race coming into turn 13 and 14. Welcome Formula Online Racing, by the way, in the chat. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Project Race, he needs a lot of straight line speed to tackle this long straight, because we've got 2 long straights in Sector 3. And with that little bit of extra straight line speed, you might be able to put a couple of tenths of an advantage compared to your other guys who are,
Yeah.
you know, who you're going up against.
Yeah, here he comes across the line. Gets P5 there.
P6, he even got pushed down a little bit.
Oh.
Mizi, not sure
By
why he's staying
somebody.
in the pits. Mizi, that is very... If he stays in the pits, I am afraid that GRL might not make it into pool 1. So does he need another
Well-
invite? I'm not sure.
Oh, did he get dropped?
I'm not sure. He didn't send me any messages, so...
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I mean, there's 5 minutes still. It is a bit risky to like leave it to the end. I would just do a lap.
True,
just
true.
to make sure.
And even
Yeah.
being Mizi, because he's definitely gonna get into a top 5. Mizi invalidated apparently, so he's still gonna come out. He's still gonna-
Oh, so he did a lap. It just got invalidated. I see.
correct. Let's go on board
Okay, that
with
makes
someone
sense.
who's on a fast lap. Olaf is not on a fast lap. Project is not on a fast lap. Oliver might be on one.
Yes, Oliver is on a lap.
Oh, almost loses it. It was a little bit too much onto the curb. That was really risky from Oliver going onto that curb that heavily as he's now coming down that straight, which I was talking about earlier. A little bit of straight line speed can definitely... Oh, he's improving by 4 tenths. That would put him in the top 4. Quite a surprising result from Oliver. Did not think he would get into the top 5, but it appears like he is going to. It'll be
Yeah, it looks like he's only 2 tenths off from.
comes into the pits. That
It
is...
looked like a good lap.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
looked
weird
like a great
choice.
lap. Might have lost a bit of time in sector 3 there. I'm not sure.
I
'Cause
guess.
he was actually
but
up on his
still.
time. He was actually up on his time
Yeah.
for 4 tenths. I mean, with 4 tenths.
Yeah,
So
he was maybe 3 tenths off of the fastest lap time too. So, like, it couldn't have been that bad.
no, I'm not sure.
What?
I mean, it might have been worse than his 127.4, but that would be... I mean, that would have meant he lost 4 tenths in sector 3, which I think is almost
Not
impossible.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really likely, as this is one of the shortest sector 3s. Yeah,
I think it is one of the
Like
shortest, if I'm being honest.
yeah, it's like
It's-
16 seconds to get through. Yeah,
It's 2 corners.
17.
Well, 3 corners, actually.
Yeah.
And that's it.
yeah.
Ah, crazy. Currently on board with Dunsby, who is a racer for Formula One Racing League. And Dunsby, I know he's... Oh, and he invalidates. I was going to say, I know he's not going to be up there with the top guys, but I could definitely see him get into Q3 if he improved a little bit more. But there's still 3 more minutes on the on the time. And he'll have to do something. Save a lot of VRS here through Sector 2 and Sector 3, because otherwise he won't be able to improve anymore, and he will drop out of Q2. Mizzy has gone on an outlap, as he's just entered Sector 1. He's going into Sector 2 at the moment, so we might want to focus on someone else, although there's nobody else on a fast lap. So Mizzy might be the one to look at. Maybe
really.
Nicalino? Nicalino? No, Paddy just came across the line. He's running that green car from Nomex Racing. Nomex Racing, one of the latest... how do I say that? Not adjustments, additions to King of Leagues.
Additions.
It's their first participation here in King of Leagues, and they're also taking part in that World Cup thing, which I've heard a lot of things about. Like there were a couple of other leagues who were talking about a World Cup or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I'm happy they choose to go with this edition. I mean this event. I'm not sure if they ran in the same time period, I guess so, because I don't know, it doesn't matter too much. But here comes Paddy into Sector 2. He's got that yellow car right in front of him. Let's hope that's not going to be an impede. Almost blocked there. He kind of went fast onto the brakes there, that yellow car. Not sure who that was. Might have been Mizzy. No, Mizzy is already in Sector 3, I think. Here comes Paddy. He's got a blue car in front of him, and I think he's about to go into a fast lap. So Spinala really needs to watch out for that blue car right in front of him. Let's have a quick look. Oh, that's going to be close. That's going to be close.
The time Paddy's trying to get is a 128.4, which is the P10 time.
Oh, and he
And
puts
gets
himself in
it.
P10. Ooh, really
There we
close.
go.
But
It's your
Misi
boy
still
Alfie
has
now
to come.
drops P11.
Yeah, Misi
Oh,
still
that's
has
true.
to. Yeah,
Oh, no.
Misi still has to come
He's on the
across the
bubble.
line. Yep.
Yeah.
So it will be
Oh.
very close for Misi, I think. Oh, Italiano,
Misi-
126.7.
Oh. He goes even faster. Misi's not doing. Oh no, he hasn't done. His time that is posted is pretty good through Sector 1, but the Sector 2, he had that little bit of off track. I don't know how bad that hurt him.
Just need to send an invite to someone real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. I've sent it Michelle. Or Michello, whatever. Here comes Mishi entering Sector 3. No worries. And will it be a pole time for Misi? Of course. He only needs to get into the top 10. That is his main goal. That is his main goal.
Purple Sector 1, Purple Sector 2.
It might be a 126.4, maybe? Here he comes.
Comes across the line.
Oh, this is
There
the
it
fast
is.
lap we've seen already.
Fastest
That is-
time period, 126.008.
That is so close to a 125. I think he might be pushing for a 125. And it will, for what I'm looking at right now, it will be GRL in P1 and P2.
Yeah, but the thing I'm curious about is the quality of the racers after them too. Like that's the thing I want to know as well.
Correct. Because,
Yeah.
you can be in P5 on the list, make it into Pool 1, and still have put the fastest drivers in that race. And
Into that race, yeah.
yes. Oh, Nicolino just comes across the line,
Nicolino
improved by
also
4
passed.
tenths. And your driver, I think he was on a fast lap, but he's going to back out of it. Only 2 more drivers. Alfie is one of them, and he invalidated. So it won't be another improvement for Alfie. He will have to drop out of Q2. He will not make it into Q3. So will 4 other drivers. Paddy, Subaru, Josef, and Dunsby together with Alfie. So that will be...
Wow, that was a good try from Patty. That's unfortunate though because of that extra driver that didn't do a lap yet. Almost makes it in.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's the beauty of this system, because he can still make it into a good position based on the qualifying positions from the other qualifying. If he, like right now, he has a 127.9, he can still get into the top 20, for example, out of the 34 racers, which is not bad. So that's the beauty about this thing. He will still score a lot of points for his team, mainly because the other drivers from the other edition all just had...
Well, 127.4 was the slowest to qualify through in the last session. So,
But that's for Q3, right? I mean Q2.
no, that was Q2. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to look at the Q1s from the guys who dropped out there.
Oh. Well, those guys still did really good times. 27.6.
Oh, wow.
28.0. 28.0.
All right, so
Yeah,
that
the
does mean they
driver-
will be quite low. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I mean, the results will be up later. I heard
Yeah.
from a lot of guys that there's gonna be a few reports because people are impeding each other.
That true, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that. I heard a couple of guys sending me a DM already, like, this guy impeded my lap, this guy impeded my lap. And I still have to think of a way on how to penalize those. Because, I mean, it's difficult for me to say, yeah, I'm going to take 1 second off your time. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
So I'll just have to think about how I'll do that. Maybe a 5 position reduction, maybe a 10 position reduction. I don't know, 5 might be good enough. So let's say they, on the list of, let me think, 34 drivers, and they qualified in P15, for example, they would drop to P20. I think it's quite reasonable, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that might be good. A couple of guys coming out of the pit lane right now. Let's have a quick look.
So you think Misi does another lap?
That's a
It
good thing.
just-
Because, I mean, of course, none of the guys know how that oh, we've got a smooth operator. 1 second.
Operator.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. But because it's so close, maybe do grid pens or grid pens. That's what I was thinking.
Operator.
So maybe 5. Oh, another smooth operator.
Operator.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. A lot of smooth operators here. But as I was saying, Mizzy, the question is, will he even put a time on the table? Because 126.0 is his fastest lap. He can still go on for a fast one. And I don't think that will affect his Q2 time. Even if his Q2 time is faster, I think we will take Q2 into consideration. Yeah, I think we'll do it like that. So even if he doesn't improve, Mizzy, I think we still will count the Q2 time so that we just take the fastest lap from all the drivers. I think that will be most fair. Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Just trying to find a driver to follow. They all just went out there. You know why they all went out there, right? Because they want to do like as many laps as possible now. Now it's turned into you go, do a lap, pit in, go out immediately, do a lap, pit in, go do another one. Because it doesn't matter the tires, right? So I would assume all of these drivers at least have 2 fresh tires. But some of them probably have 3, which means they're going to try to do 3 in this session. It'll be hard to do 3, but...
And I think even Nicalino has 4 because he used the mediums to qualify in Q1.
Yeah, he's the mediums.
I am stupid.
Guys, stop spamming the sound thing, the sound alerts. It's getting annoying. I've heard smooth operator 4 times already, and I am stupid 2 times already. It's quite funny actually. I should put a cooldown on that for the next race. We're currently on board with Shaza, who only has 8 more minutes to qualify in this full Oh, guys. Guys. Maybe I need to put the channel points a little bit higher so they can now spam it. Actually, if there's 30 people watching the live stream for about an hour, they can all spam smooth operator. Here comes Shaza on a fast lap, entering sector 3 in a second as they're coming around turn 13 and 14. And will this be a good time by Shaza? I'm not 100% sure. He's done a pretty good job in Q2. He's going to catch the slipstream of someone right in front of him. We've got quite a few gold cars. I think gold is really the livery or the color that most leagues run with. We've got MSC F1 running gold. We have Fraternity running gold. We have Shaza running, Torque Titans Racing League running gold. We have BP running gold. We have AER running gold and a 126.8 by Shaza. Not a bad time at all. Not a bad time at all. Not a bad time at all. Let's go on board with Mizzy, maybe? He just started a qualifying lap. Maybe you want to have a quick analysis of how this lap go?
On which one?
Mizzy.
Easy. He should just try to push. There's no reason to get anything other than a really fast time or a really bad time at this point.
Yeah, touche.
He put that's 126.0. That's crazy though. That's a crazy time.
I think he's even gonna put a better one. He's
got.
Oh, look at that! Italiano 126.4. What a time!
Man, we have not been watching him, but he's been doing some crazy laps.
Oh, Nicalino! This is getting more exciting and exciting. Lap in, lap out. Mizzy might be the one to run away with pole here in full qualifying too.
30.859 through sector 1, which is just 1/10 faster than Nicalino's time. So he's on pace with yeah, that's a really good time on 126.2. That's faster than no, it's not faster than the fastest through session 1.
I think it is, no?
No. It was a 126.148 from.
Here comes Mizzy. Mizzy.
Welsh.
Pull time. Oh, and a
there
125.
It is.
We made a 125. Yes, that was the goal. That was the goal. Look at that, a 125.9. If really,
So what were you saying about this group being slow?
I don't know, man. I really
What
thought,
was
looking at the
that?
times,
Is that-
it was like 128s, 127s in Q1. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna be the faster group, but look at that, a 125.9. Oh, what a time!
126 all the way down to P7. This is a pretty quick group here.
Yeah, we've got 7 people in 126, which I don't think we've seen in the full qualifying one.
Yeah, Morgan, your team should be able to get into Div or Pool 1 pretty easily because is it Nicolino is his teammate?
Yeah, Nicolino.
And Morgan got P2. Yeah, got P2 in his, which was a 126.253, which is still faster than Nicolino. So it's ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, but I still think if you get P2 in both qualifying sessions, you will get there eventually.
I mean, yeah, there's no real chance of you getting eliminated unless like that group was just so fast.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see.
Italiano, Oliver, Shaza, Victor, all those guys should get ahead of Nicolino, and still they got that P2 from Edward. And Edward, I mean, he will get P2 or P. I mean, he will get P2, won't he? No, P3. P3 because Misi is in P1, Wells Jack is in P2, and then Morgan will be in P3.
And then Morgan would be in P3.
Yes.
And then Nicolino would be in P4.
I mean, just in case that Nicolino drops back all the way to P10 because he would be slower, they would still get into pool 1, I think.
All right, and in classic F1 fashion, we have a small little break because yeah, this track is so long. There's not really a way to do 3 laps here.
No, true. I mean, a lap 125, and it's only there's a difference between a short qualifying and a full qualifying, right? We've got
Yeah.
a full qualifying, and Q3 is only 12 minutes, whereas in a short qualifying it's 18 minutes, so the guys will be able to put more laps. So
Yep.
I think in a Q3 in a full qualifying you're only able to do 2 laps. I mean 2 push laps, maybe.
There's a
push
few
lap-
tracks you can do 3. It's just it's mostly just 2. Yeah.
Let me answer on a question in the chat. When are you planning to have the timesheet and results ready? So right now we will be focusing on putting a provisional time board already. We will then look at all the reports from all the guys who have impeded a driver, and those drivers will get penalized. So they will drop positions, either based on position, drop positions, or a position penalty. That was the word I was looking for, or a time penalty, being 3/10 or 5/10 slower off their time, of course. I mean, added to their time. And then based on those results of the stewarding, we will make a list, and that will probably come out on Sunday. Depends on how much time we have. Oh, look at that! What happened there? Oh, that is
but
not
that's
great.
fine. That's fine. It's the game just being dumb.
Oh, right. Because
Yeah, but it
Oliver was not on
doesn't
the
matter.
fast
You
lap.
don't need to.
Yeah.
They're both just outlapping. What it is a third outlapper came behind them, and then it triggers it. It's by far one of the worst penalties they've added into the game. It never works properly. When you actually get blocked, it doesn't give it, but when you block somebody who's not actually being blocked, it gives it to you. But we are here with Italiano. You should stay on Italiano. He every time he's posted a really quick time.
Let's have a quick look with. Oh, and
he actually bails out of his time.
Yep, he bails out.
I
But
think
that
he's
does
resetting.
mean- yeah, he's resetting the ERS.
So who's on an actual hot lap then right now?
Nobody. It's all on the night lap, except for Italiano, of course.
Yeah.
But he's still.
Oh, he's now.
Yeah.
He's officially back on an out lap.
Just answering someone in the chat. Oh, thank you, by the way, guys. Peace out. That is usually the peace out is for when the stream ends, of course. Will those grid penalties be removed? Grid penalties actually don't matter because we base it on the time. So the time he has set at 126.9, that will the time be that we look into. So the grid penalties don't have anything to do with it because we're not going into the race after this, so it doesn't really matter. We're only doing the full qualifyings.
So it looks like we have Finn is going to be putting in his last lap, and then it'll be Shaza, and then Victor, Oliver. That's the order.
Correct. So Finn, a racer for Formula Racing League.
Okay.
One of the faster guys. I think his teammate managed to get into the top 10 last time around in Q3, if I'm not mistaken. But Finn is definitely one of those guys. I think it's either Bits or Bryn. I think his name was Bryn.
Bran?
Bran. Yeah, Bran. That's the one.
Bran?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he got P5.
P5, there we go. So it might be a pool 1 for Formula Racing League. It just depends on where Finn gets.
Yeah.
Because I
Finn,
think
this
it will
is
be
important.
Yeah, I think it will be
No pressure.
very. As I said, I think it'll be 10 teams battling for Pool 1. It'll just be so close because you've got DZP, which is your team, of course. We've got Formula Racing League. Oh, Finn, only a P9. That is a bit of a disappointing result. But
gets P4.
Oh, good result from the Torque Titan Racing League driver. So we just want to go on board with Spinalaki.
Oliver's coming next.
Oh, Oliver. He might be the one to put a good time on the board. Up by 5/10, and he's going to put himself in P3. Good result from Oliver
P3.
right there.
Mizi's coming across the line now.
He won't improve. 28,000 slower, though.
That's a hard one to improve on, though. We have Nikolai going to be coming across as well.
All right, Nicolino. He was up on his time.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Nicolino.
Oh, no, there is a break. There is a break on Twitch. How can I delete that?
Oh, that's not good. You can't.
Apologies, guys. I can't remove it.
Perfect timing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep. So everybody else finished. We have Victor coming across the line. He's going to be the last driver here.
Correct.
Solid drive. This is roughly around the same exact times. Oh, he's not even going to actually go. This is very close to the same times as the other one.
And there is also different drivers from different leagues, right? Because we've got Oliver Whittleston, we've got Italiano, who are nowhere to be found in the top 10 last qualifying session. We have got, let me have a quick think, Chemist PMO, who did a good job in full qualifying 1, but here in full qualifying 2, he came back into the pits, not being able to improve. And I think it'll be a very close result. So here we go.
Yeah, if I look at the last one's qualifying, 26.5 was P4. 26.4 was P4 here. Ooh, this is gonna be really close.
100%. I'm
so
just
is it the top
through.
5? The top 5 teams will get through into Pool 1?
Correct.
Man.
So both drivers will be given points. And based on those points, you will be put into Pool 1.
And
so
that's an overall, right? So it's just one giant list?
Yeah, it will be one giant list.
All right.
So, guys, I mean, I think that was it for this Friday. I would like to thank you very much, Stinky, for being part of this amazing qualifying session. I'm just a little bit scared of what we will be seeing during the race. I think we will be seeing more freaks on track. I don't think this is everything. I think there will be a lot to come still.
You know,
go ahead.
After seeing the quality of just both sessions from all the multiple leagues, yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think the racers that they've chosen to actually do the race will be very close to the same as their counterparts for the qualifying. So
Yeah, I'm
Um,
just
it'll be
thinking
exciting.
about, next week on Friday at 6:30 we will be having pool 4, and then at 8 we will be having pool 3, and then the week
Mm-hmm.
after, so it will be 2 weeks that pool 1 and pool 2 will have the chance to practice. So they will have 2 weeks of
Yeah.
practice, and I think that'll just
Oh, that'll
be
make it even more competitive. Yeah.
yeah, that'll be a very important timeline for the guys to plan
Definitely.
and practice as a team, and hopefully, because they will also have 4 drivers in the race, so they can play a little bit of team game, keep the guys behind them. It's unlike edition 3 where they only had 2 drivers in a race. Now it's 4 drivers in a race. So if there's one slower guy, and he's just gonna wait very long to come into the pits, keep all the guys behind him from other teams. That's
Yep.
just gonna be, there's a lot of things that come into play when doing
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
doing
we
these
competed
kind of-
I think we competed in your series 3 or whatever one, where it was that way, where you had 4 drivers driving it. And yeah, it is definitely a different race than just having 2 drivers for a team.
Correct. So guys, I'm gonna finish off the live stream here. Thank you very much for watching. Stinky, I would like to thank you very much for commentating with me and being in the comms box. I really appreciate it. I really
Yeah, no
liked it.
problem.
Hope you did too.
did.
But guys, yeah, I mean, as I said, make sure to check out Podium. It's Stinky's little baby. It's it's an app, it's a website. It's
Yeah.
everything for race engineers, everything for racing drivers. You have telemetry, you have actually what we will be using as a league or as an event. The race director? No, it's not the race director, is it? It's the thing with the 3D cars.
Yeah, it's the race
Yeah.
director.
Yeah, so the race director, you will be able to see, the cars on a 3D track, and you will be able to see who is in the wrong and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, really helpful for us. And guys, I would like to thank you very much for watching. Myself and Stinky would like to thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys next week on Friday. My name is Phoebe Thomas. I was together with Stinky, and peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Steady like steel, back on my feet, living for the thrill again, loving for another day. She satisfied me, gave me what I want, just what we need, never too far away, loving for another day. But she asked for some